it's so much easier not to make this video or to record this. And right, I know it's mostly for future me. I would like to be able to articulate this better and better, so practice makes perfect, or good practice makes better, I suppose. Articulating it and hearing it back, and then thinking more and re-articulating, that's going to be very helpful, clearing it up in my head. And, you know, hey, welcome to psychotherapy. That's precisely what that is. And it's effective. Distractions. Save me from myself. Distractions. Come here, crab. Come here. Oh, it was short-lived. I can't fly. What's the deal? What's the deal here? What's go? Shh. Quiet. Jeez Louise. Okay. Let's get farming. So this topic is difficult to talk about. I mean, if you know me at all, maybe one of you do. Any topic that's somewhat vulnerable is difficult for me to talk about. And not only is this a bit vulnerable, it's not fun or entertaining, and it's difficult. It's just a tough one. Okay, well, this guy's gotta go. Where on earth? It must be below me. They're so noisy. Slime, could you shut it? I don't know why I closed that. Where on earth? Is it gone? Did it fall to its death already? No, I still hear it. Alright, where... Oh, wait, I picked up a slime ball. Where's my... There, echo fork. Slime ball, where are you? Or slime. What? Oh, I'm right below my turtles? Okay, I hear a slime. Don't tell me they don't show up. It's so noisy. I'm trying to record here, slime. Could you please just not? Huh. Okay. This slime is driving me absolutely crazy. I found it. I found it. Oh, hidden. They don't show up. They really don't show up. That's annoying. It's legitimately frustrating. Okay. Yeah, I should be farming for sure. This is a great way. I need to get my hands distracted. Here we go. And it's going to be easier for me to just kind of talk. On a good day or on a good month, I'm generally about... I like to say I'm about a burnt piece of toast away from a meltdown. I live on the edge of okay at best. And so the days when I wake up and it is right, a black hole in my bed, and I have such a hard time getting up and getting going or doing anything. The days I'm extra sad are extra difficult. You know, relatable, right? But I don't know if, for many of you, it's not quite so easy to understand. Or how do I... perhaps this is my response to all the times my friends ask. My friends on here, they ask, "How are you doing? You know, how are you today, Hoofed?" And I just don't answer, or I just ask, "Oh, how are you?" You know, I just don't answer the question because it's generally not good. Even when it is good, if I stop and think about it, it's like, oh, I just don't feel good. I'm depressed all the time. Some days I just wake up particularly sad. And it's particularly sad for someone has lifelong depression can be savagely sad. It can be very difficult. Maybe it's just part of my roller coaster. Sometimes for weeks or months, I'm just sad. But we get it, Hoofed. You're sad. Right. What does it feel like? So I want you to do something with me. I want you to do a little exercise. Take a minute. It's going to be just a little breathing exercise, and it's going to be uncomfortable and hopefully telling, because it's been on my mind a lot lately, and I think it's quite good. So just, breathe in a little bit, just a normal breath, but on your exhale, I want you to exhale it all the way. I shouldn't do it along with you. I can't talk with holding my breath. Exhale it all the way, let all of your air out, and stop. And just hold your breath and hold it out as long as you possibly can. Just keep it out. If you have asthma, maybe don't do this, but I also have asthma and it's never caused me a problem. If you start feeling really lightheaded or you're going to pass out, please don't continue. This makes me a little nervous. But hold your breath out and your body's going to start screaming at you, right? I don't know about you, but I start compulsively swallowing. My body just starts swallowing when it starts to panic a little bit with this exhale. But certainly you're going to start feeling it in your chest. Maybe you're not practiced. Maybe it's difficult. You're going to breathe in sooner than the effects kick in. But if you try it a few times and just hold your breath out, you start to feel this sinking. It's a pain. It doesn't hurt, but it's a pain, a sinking sensation in your chest. Your body is screaming at you to breathe in. Sometimes your lungs will start convulsing a little bit. So take a breath, exhale it all the way, and hold it. There's the feeling. Whew. It is uncomfortable. Right? Go past where you're comfortable as long as you can. But if I hold it beyond my normal threshold, my chest starts to do funny things. It feels the panic and the discomfort, the pain, just like, oh, something's wrong. My chest is telling my body, breathe, like, let go, come on, help me out here. And that's pretty close. For me, that feels like what it feels like. How do I say this? That feeling is constantly with me, right? That's kind of what the depression feels like, especially on really, really poignant, bad days like today. I have no reason to be depressed today. Nothing different happened. Everything's totally normal. Things are going well. In fact, it was a good day. Things are objectively good. And I know that in my mind. If I made a pros and cons list or something, I could. It's obvious that things are pretty good, but for whatever reason, whatever monster lives inside of me, it doesn't care. Depression is my companion. And that feeling, that panic, that pain, that sinking feeling in your chest, I feel that all the time. Sometimes I try to eat, see if it helps, but that feeling is just always with me. Right, and days like this, it's there in spades. It's painful, it hurts. Oh yeah, right, I try to eat. It doesn't help. It feels good, it distracts me while I'm chewing and eating. And that's kind of the best I can hope for, is to be distracted. Just stay busy, keep your head down, do things, which is not a bad way to live with something like this. Right? Stay busy, stay productive. Obviously, it's hard to know what's useful or helpful when your mind is like this. So it's good to consider what others say. Where am I going with this? But no, that feeling doesn't go away. And it sucks. So in answer to the question, how are you doing today, Hoofed? It's painful. I'm suffocating. I want to breathe. And I'm yet to find anything that's very helpful. Yes, I've tried lots of medications. Oh, right, I'm out of soil. Yes, I've tried a lot of medications and a lot of things. Oh, there's a grief to it though. I should talk about that. Right, like, so holding your breath on an exhale or being starving, that has a physical, what? It's physical, obviously, so it's somewhat strictly physical. It's uncomfortable. It pains you a little bit. But it's not something going to make you cry. It doesn't make you grieve. It doesn't hurt you emotionally. So, take that physical pain and add a little splash of like, oh, your lifelong dog just died. Or your best friend died a week ago and you're still very confused and sad and broken about it. Splash a little of that on there, and that's good. That might not be there on the good days or the good months, but the bad months, it's definitely there, right? I don't. My wife constantly gives me crap about not crying enough, which is fair. It doesn't happen. I don't do it. You know how tanks have like a strong armor around them? Yeah, just picture that. Nice steel wall. But there's that constant grief there where if I was good at crying at all, I could recall it almost any time. Oops. It's a very sad feeling. It is not. It's sad. Well, let's see what day it is, huh? Editor, cut this out. I'm the editor. Talking real big, calling myself an editor. So, that's how I'm doing today. How are you doing? What did I cover? Did I cover it? I don't know. I don't have bullet points. I'm just spitballing this. Maybe next time I don't know. Yeah, some days are worse, some weeks are worse. Sometimes it shows up and it doesn't go away for almost a year. And yeah, I just gotta keep trucking along. I mean, it's... Oh, hey, hi neighbor dogs. Surprise, surprise. You too. Wait, I have a dog up here? Huh. Step 1, get rid of the neighbor dogs. Oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why am I saying this? Trying to articulate how it feels so you can understand. To tell people who have been asking lately, I have a few friends on here. They're very sweet. They're always asking how I'm doing, if there's anything they can do. I have no idea how to answer that. No, sadly there is nothing you can do. And I'm doing terrible. And that's normal for me. It's been normal for over a decade and I don't know what to tell you. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable to talk about. It's not reasonable. But it is. Okay, there's another aspect of my particular flavor of depression that's worth mentioning. Thankfully, it's not something that's been on my mind a lot lately, but I've had it sometimes for months, and sometimes it hits you in a way that is very, very unnerving, and uncomfortable. But so the best way to try to describe it, I think, is we just communicate. We throw words back and forth at each other. And we don't really think too much about the words, right? Like potato. Yeah, we know what a potato is. Just say potato. It's simple enough. Yeah, got it. Don't need to think about it too much. Potato, potato, potato. But if you just say potato 20 times, or better yet, write it down, write potato down 20 or 30 times, and potato is going to start sounding very weird to you, right? It feels weird coming off of your tongue, and it's potato, potato. Like it starts feeling very uncomfortable to say. Just like, how can this weird mashup of words, yeah, pun intended, potato, mashed potatoes, you get it. This weird mashup of syllables, potato. How can that mean something? You just start to, it really gets in your head and it starts feeling off. Like something is very wrong about that word, or something is just, it's hard to put into words, but I don't know, do that 20 or 30 times. Go write it down, any word you want, and then try using it out loud in a sentence another 10 times, and you're going to be confused about this word. That feeling, usually it's when I'll wake up in the middle of the night, or when I wake up in the morning. Usually I wake up with this sense that something is just so wrong with all of existence and with my mind and being conscious, and it's similar feeling to, oh, I've written and said potato 50 times, and now potato just feels so wrong and weird, and it's like, this shouldn't be a thing. How can this, I don't understand. Like, it's a complete disconnect between, like, oh, these three words, these three syllables make up communication. It's such a weird feeling. It's hard to describe. That's, hopefully I'll find a better way to describe it in the future. But that was one thing that came to my mind thinking of this certain feeling. I'll just have this overwhelming sensation that that I'm not supposed to exist. Like, it's all a big mistake, and it's that I'm gonna get caught. Like, it's like, oh, system reset, and it's all gonna be gone, or it needs to be on, or something. It's a really weird, uncomfortable feeling. Gosh, I wish I could describe it better. Think of ants, maybe, right? Imagine the life of an ant. You're just watching it run back and forth, grabbing dirt, doing whatever, just apparently not thinking about what it's doing, just being driven. It's like, man, does that ant have much of a life or an existence? Does that ant have meaning? I wonder what goes through the life, or the mind of an ant. That's so hard to explain. Right, contemplate the meaningless of an ant's existence. And imagine that ant all of a sudden got consciousness and a mind and a body, and woke up in bed, and it just thinks, what the hell is going on, right? Like, where am I? Who am I? What am I? What is going on? Something is very wrong. This is not right. I don't know if you can imagine the feeling, but that's the feeling. I'm hot, I'm uncomfortable, I'm done.